Matt Lenihan for About Boxing. Delighted to be joined by Hall of Famer Mikey Garcia. Mikey,
thank you.
Incredible. What's your career? Pretty much all of it, and now you're in this space. I was speaking to Regis Prograis, who's recently retired, and obviously you're getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Does that feel a little bit surreal for you?
It
that
is.
You're in this in this part of your life now.
Listen, I never imagined being here. Never imagined being inducted to Hall of Fame. You know, Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, where so many great fighters, so many legends are part of the group, and now to be part of the same family is unreal, really. I never imagined this, man. It's an honor. I got the call a few months back, you know, and at first I was kind of like, is this real? Like, but you know, it just shows that people recognize what I did in my career, what I accomplished, and they respect my career, and they're recognizing everything I did. So yeah. I'm very, very honored.
Be honest, time seems to fly. I remember like yesterday you were in certain fights, and you're looking now going, you're a few years removed from the ring.
Yeah.
And you look and just think, wow, like in an instant.
Time flies, man. Look, I just thought of that as I was driving over here. It was 10 years ago that I came back from my layoff. It was summer of 2016 that I came back after a 2.5-year layoff.
Yep.
You know, the whole litigation, the whole legal problems there. So my return to boxing was 10 years ago.
That's wild.
I've been retired 5 years already. You know, time flies, man.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy with everything. Very happy with everything that I did and the way I did it. I'm very happy with my retirement, my decision to retire at an age where I could still be young, healthy. I mean, I wouldn't change anything.
Let me ask, I think a lot of fighters, the name of the game is come out of the boxing with your health, your wealth, and you know, to still be able to live life to a decent standard, and to obviously have achieved in the sport as well. And you've ticked that box many a time. Is that quite a satisfying feeling that you didn't really leave anything on the table? I don't think. Like everyone always says, oh, you could have done this, could have done that, but you really did accomplish pretty much everything.
I retired what I consider the perfect time. I accomplished more than I ever imagined accomplishing in boxing. I never imagined I would be world champion 5 times across 4 divisions. I never had that dream. I never imagined being there. So I overachieved what I ever thought I would do. And when I retired, could I have stayed there a little longer, make more money, or make another title fight? Maybe. But then I'm also risking my health. I'm gonna put my health at risk.
Yeah.
My eyesight, my hearing, my balance, my speech, all of these things that I have to value more.
Yeah.
And so I retired, I think, at the perfect time. I've enjoyed my 5 years of retirement, enjoyed time with my family, with my kids, my dad, vacationing and everything, and I would not change one thing.
Well, let me ask you then, now you can comment on all this stuff all the time, but there's so many big fights coming up. One next weekend, I look at Rolly Romero versus Tio. Like, this has me, like, depending on what version of each shows up.
Yes.
Like, you look at, I was saying, Teofimo, when you see his performances against Josh Taylor, or even further back against Lomachenko.
Yep.
And then you look at Rolly and go, if Rolly shows up like he did against Ryan.
Yes.
Because I know Ryan said he weren't, but look, Rolly was good that night. But then the flip side to that is we see the Sandor Martin performance from him, then we see the Barroso performance from Rolly. What do you think happens hand on heart? Maybe if they're both at the best, what do you think happens?
I was talking exactly the same, talking about the same things in an earlier interview, and I said the same thing. It depends on what version we get. If we look at the fight itself, a lot of times the first thing that comes to mind right away, people are like, oh, Teofimo's a better fighter. Well, the 135 Teofimo that fought Lomachenko, or the 140-pounder that fought Josh Taylor, Teofimo, sure. But not the Teofimo that fought Sandor Martin, not the Teofimo that fought even Shakur, or even, you know, there's been a couple fights where it's like, not the best. Same thing goes with Rollies. So it depends on who shows up. And now if we say the best of each, then I would say Teofimo. But I don't know if we still have that Teofimo now.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the Teofimo that we have now.
it's going to be interesting because of the weight as well. Like he's
And the
making
weight
this
too.
step up, and it's like, is he going to be more comfortable?
Yeah.
Is that step up? And he's got, I'm sure in his mind, this is more of maybe a redemption from the last performance. But then I think a lot of that, when we talk about that, takes away from how good Shakur Stevenson really is at the same time.
Shakur's a great fighter. Can't take anything away from Shakur. I just look at how Teofimo performed. He didn't make the adjustments. He didn't do things. He wasn't as fast as before. He wasn't as accurate. It wasn't the Teofimo that I've seen in the past. So now I'm starting to think that maybe that Teofimo that we still remember is no longer there. And maybe moving up in weight class might not be the best for him either. So I'm starting to lean a little bit more on the Rolly side. I still think it's a very even fight because there's so many unknowns.
Yes.
It's so many unknowns. So I think it's a bit of a 50-50, but I'm leaning more a little bit towards Rolly's because he did do very well against Ryan Garcia, which going into that fight, I didn't think he was going to do so well. And that's why now I'm leaning towards him.
Vasyl Lomachenko, he is making a comeback apparently. I've seen it announced earlier.
I heard something about that too, but
November.
Look, with Lomachenko, he's a tremendous fighter. He did take a whole year off, but maybe that year off reignited a little bit of that passion, the fire. You know, I think that's probably what happened.
I always think, I know a lot of fighters, and you're obviously the best place to comment, when you have a long time out the ring, people talk about ring rust, but I sometimes, from the outside, go, when you've been doing it your whole life, he's had a huge amateur career, like 300 plus whatever fights.
Sure.
Sometimes a rest's as good as any.
It is.
And he might come back, like you say, full of vigour, but let me ask you this then. Say we get Gervonta Tank Davis back, and he's in a good space, let's just say that, and we get Vasyl Lomachenko.
Oh,
Talk to me.
that's a good matchup.
That's why we're doing it.
Look, if we get a Lomachenko versus Davis fight at 135, the best of each other. Oh man! See, I want to say Lomachenko at his best, nobody beats him with the skills, the footwork, everything. But then I see Tank, and he's got the power, man.
Lights out.
He's got the IQ to be patient, looking for the right openings, and then one shot and it's over. But are we gonna see that? Or are we gonna see the same Lomachenko? Even though I believe the rest, 1 year off, 1 year layoff could help him, but also he's getting older in age. So even though that break might help him reignite that fire and the passion, but can the age be a factor? So all of these things are lots of different variables that will be answered the night of the fight, I guess. But I mean,
that's a great fight.
It's a great matchup. I would definitely love to see that matchup because at their best, both of them are probably the best of the divisions.
Yeah.
I
was about to ask you, I spoke to James Toney earlier. He's not one to sort of hold back, and I asked him about pound for pound who he thinks is the best in the world today, who's his sort of guy.
Sure.
And he said David Benavidez. And I didn't argue with that. I just, unbelievable fighter. I said, what about Shakur? I said, a lot of fighters at the minute are saying Shakur. And his response was, for what? Very much like to say, definitely not. Who do you have right now? I think I know the answer. I'm not going to say it, but obviously the likes of a Bam Rodriguez, I look at and think, scary that he's still getting better at that level, that frightening. But who do you have right now as that numero uno in the pound for pound?
Well, I would have had Usyk, number one.
Yeah.
But David Benavidez made a big statement. He has been making bigger statements every fight. He made me a believer a few fights back. This last one against Zurdo Ramirez proved to me that he is also one of the very best out there. So him and Usyk would be competing there, 1 and 2. Like, you can make an argument for both.
Yeah.
Right after that, I'd put Bam. I got to put Bam right there. Not just because he's one of our fighters, but he's also done the same thing. Weight class after weight class, champion after champion, not ducking anybody, and the way he's done it, you got to put him there.
Can I ask you? Obviously, you're a pound for pound guy yourself. You were up there when you fought. Everyone spoke so highly of your skills, your ability. When you watch like a Bam Rodriguez and you're watching him, someone else, another professional, he looks so effortless. And it looks like he's making these fights where you go, the guy he's in with, he's not here to survive, he's here to win. And he breezes through.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do it in an arrogant way. It's like I'm here to work, bang, gone.
He makes the adjustments and carries on. He trains very hard. He works hard. He's disciplined. He does all that in the work. Going to the fight, his demeanor, his attitude, his confidence, everything reminds me of the way I used to look forward to the fights, where it was just like so confident because you know you've done all the work. You know how good you are. You trust your abilities. It's just another day in the office for you.
Yeah.
And sure, maybe one fighter does a little something that makes you make adjustments. But once you make the adjustments, you take over business and you're just like, all right, I told you guys. Because you put in all that time, all that work, and you believe in your skills. And I mean, he does it effortlessly, like you said.
Last one from me. A fight everyone wanted to see in boxing, I think, was Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney. Now,
we were close.
We were, and when I saw that fight go to purse bids, I was a bit fearful because I thought he might not get that $3 million, and he didn't. And from the outside looking in, it's very easy now for Devin to say that you're ducking the fight. We give you the opportunity here.
Yeah.
You get an offer $3 million. Apparently, he only ever made. I'm not one to count his pocket. I don't know, but rumors were and the online stuff. He only ever made like $1 million. So he's now making $3 million. And everyone has that fight before they become a star, and that could have potentially been his. But we don't know the story, and he might have a bigger plan in the back of his mind in terms of his deals and contracts. What's your sort of, from the outside looking in, opinion on that? Because I really wanted to see that fight. I think from the outside.
I did too. Look. If he can secure another fight for $4 or $5 million, then I cannot blame him too much, because he would secure a big purse against maybe another fighter that's maybe not as risky or dangerous, and secure a big fight, and he can still be in line to fight for a title fight.
Who does he get that against?
But if he doesn't do that, then I'm gonna say he should have taken the title fight, because that would have been $3 million plus an opportunity to become world champion, where now the next fight, now you could make a stake for $6-8 million fights, or a unification match against all these other guys that are in the mix for lots of money.
Yeah.
But you need that first. So business decision, he bet on himself. Let's see what it does for him.
Yeah.
It might do him, if he can secure a fight, which I don't know who, but maybe out there somebody might throw that kind of money. It works. Now, we might not be excited for that kind of fight, but it's a good business decision for him.
Yeah.
So I can't blame him if he does that. But if he doesn't do that, then I'm gonna have to say he should have taken the fight. $3 million is a lot of money, and it's an opportunity to become world champion, and now make a bigger claim after that. Yeah. So we just gotta wait and see what happens.
Last one, Fury versus Joshua. Talk to me about it. And by the way, do you think it should be in America or the UK?
I think that belongs in the UK. That belongs in the UK. Going to one of these big arenas there, the O2 Arena or
Wembley.
Bigger, Wembley.
80,000.
Wembley probably the biggest one.
90,000, 100,000 you get.
Yeah. These are the arenas that deserve that fight. It's a good matchup. A couple fights ago, I would have said Fury, but he's also not in his prime no more. Joshua has been staying active with good wins, and he has the power. So it evens things out.
Yeah.
It evens things out. A couple of fights ago, I would have said, it just depends on who you're seeing. But I mean, it's an even fight now. I would want to see it. I think a few years ago would have been the bigger fight. We're still gonna get to see it, hopefully. And again, neither one of them is at their peak anymore, but they both are still there.
They're still
at the top.
They're still in the top 10.
Yeah, they're still at the top. So, I don't know if I want to say 50-50, though.
Don't sit on the fence. Come on, I need a prediction. You know you're boxing. You might change your mind, but by the time this goes out, it won't matter. What's your head saying?
I don't know, man. I like Joshua. He's been active. He's done some good wins. That's always good to stay active. Fury hasn't been as active. He's Usyk losses, and I mean, I don't know, man.
Is it hard for you, obviously,
It's hard.
because as well was he in camp with you, wasn't he? Was in
Yeah, but
Robert training?
that doesn't.
Don't sway in you.
That
No.
doesn't sway me. I'm gonna go with Anthony Joshua. He's been staying active more. He's looked good. And again, like Fury, nothing to take away, but not as active. The 2 losses to Usyk, which I thought they were very, very close, but
First one in particular.
you know, it's still a loss. I don't know if he's taking this just to maybe make some more money. If he was fighting actively, showing something, I'd give a bigger argument for him, for Fury. But I think I'm leaning a little more in Anthony Joshua.
Well, look, Mikey Garcia, congratulations on becoming part of the Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
An unbelievable career, well deserved. And fingers crossed we catch up again soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.